dear students, welcome to all of you. Uh, Let us see today another area of citation analysis, which is obsolescence study. As the name indicates, the obsoleteness or obsolescence, it simply indicates that with respect to time, the documents, the literature, and the research as such, and its usage goes on decreasing. And it is not necessary that every time the documents or the research with respect to time is going to decrease in its use, in its applicability. But as a general principle and as the common phenomena that is existing in maximum subject areas. Exceptionally, there are some studies, there are some researches which are very important for the society, which have wider implications, which are being widely used, and those studies are exceptional where they continuously for a longer periods of time they are being used by the research scholars or the research academic communities. And in case of the obsoleteness or obsolescence study, we discuss the way whereby different kinds of these articles, whereby different kinds of this literature is getting obsolete by different methods, by different means. Uh, the new research, which normally is being produced, it is being given much more readability. People are using it, reading it, because it is based on new phenomena of research, new areas of knowledge, and with respect to the time, with respect to the existence of the new processes of research, its usage goes on decreased. So we as library science professionals are keen to know that which type of literature is usable, which type of material is read by the users, so that we can put our efforts, which we are continuously putting on, to subscribe and purchase that content which is useful for the library users. And on the other hand, the space issues in the libraries, so that by the help of such obsolescence study we can be in a position to identify the literature which is much more in demand, the literature which is much more usable, so that it can be kept on the shelves, while as the literature which is being less used, which is supposed to be obsolete in nature, that has to be removed from the shelves. So let us see some different aspects of this particular citation analysis area, which is named as the obsoleteness of the literature. These are different kinds of these learning objectives. You can go through the slide that concept and perspectives of obsolescence of literature. What are the different kinds of these reasons of obsolescence? Then the different kinds of these criteria which we are normally using for measuring the declination of the literature. As the word obsolete means, you all might be knowing it, because obsolete as such in dictionary we talk of as an adjective. It is out of date, something which is having no longer, which is no longer in use, which are having no longer valid, or which is no longer fashionable. Which is not in fashion means which is not in having so much of applicability, which is not sought after by the society. It is the process of becoming obsolete, means less usage or becoming out of date. It is the phenomena where we talk of the reduced use of, or the decline in the use of information by the time. Here we talk of the library point of view, when to remove or read of the document and when to keep it for the longer periods of time. It is whole, based on the usage or the readability by the users. That is, in that context, we talk of when to discard the older volumes. You might be knowing, my dear students, in case of Maulana Library, a normal, principle is that 50 years, they have taken it as a critical year, so that 50 years of the documents who are having more than 50 years of the publication year, they have to be removed from the shelves, except those documents who are basically demanded by the users, who are being continuously read by the users. The rest of the documents are to be weeded out from the shelves. How long to keep new ones? It is again the usage that is very important in case of the new documents to be kept on the shelves. What sort of retrospective storage and access to information retrieval system should be provided? And it is in the same context where we talk of the accessibility and storage of the material which is available in the library. It is main areas in informatics. It is characteristics of the scientific and technological literature, as I was telling you that all the kind of literature in case of any subject, it is having this characteristics where the usage, where the the users and the applicability of the research is going to decrease with respect to the time. The focus of most of obsolescence studies is at the individual document, and it can extend to the document as such, which we talk of the journals. It can talk of the sub-disciplines, because some disciplines have been also obsolete. It is not the literature. Some of the areas you might be knowing in case of the library science, they were much more in demand at a particular period of time. But now, because of the changing technological advancements, which are a continuous phenomenon which we are witnessing in every scenario of the libraries, newer areas have been explored. Newer areas are going to be, in the trendy aspects of the library science professionals. The growth of literature and their obsolescence are usually treated together. Uh, when we talk of any subject area, the quantification or the quantum of literature that is being published or produced in the subject, it determines the growth of that particular subject. And that is when we talk of the areas in that subject, and then the amount of degradation or less usage of the literature in that particular subject. It is, as I have already initiated, that it is a process of citation analysis, because on the basis of the citations, that is the direct, measure of usage of the literature. Obsolescence studies are being treated as those aspects of the citation analysis. There are different life processes of research. Information, it starts with the generation of the information, and then flow from different channels of communication, and then it comes to finally to the ultimate user. And in those different kinds of these processes, the whole process of research generation and research distribution, scattering, and then through channelizing through different modes and methods, and finally coming to the user. Every aspect is being studied in the obsolescence of the literature. One of the articles that I have gone through, it is, I mentioned it there, it is M.K. Buckland in 1972. I suggest all of you to just go through the article. It is very important. It has been published in Journal of Documentation, where Buckland has basically, explained the obsolescence. He told that it is a relative decrease in use of material as it ages. The term that has been used by the Buckland, it is the relative decrease. It is not a decrease that is absolute in nature. It is in comparison to other areas of knowledge, other kind of literature in the same field or in the different fields. It is a relative decrease in use. It is a process by which a material becomes no longer useful or reliable. You know, usefulness, reliability, applicability, all these things are very important so far as the document is to be consulted, read, used. Uh, he also further explained that obsolescence is commonly used notion with negative connotation. You know, when we talk of the obsolescence, when we talk of the absolute term, it is always used in negative senses. But he pointed out that it is not that you should take it as such, because there are multiple reasons which are associated with the literature. It is not always necessary that there is less usage or the less demand of the literature or kind of the research. There can be some other reasons for that. That is, in that sense, he described that decline of usefulness over time and temporal selectivity in the use of articles. Sometimes, newer areas when they are emerging from different sources, from different areas of knowledge, it becomes much more sometimes difficult to use all the literature. That is, new areas that interdisciplinary and multidisciplinary kind of researches are nowadays undertaken, whereby some oriental kind of literature is not being cited as the applied kind of literature. It is supposed to be an aging study because with respect to age, it always comes up that the literature is being less used. It is again very important concern for the librarians because so much of budget is being spent on the library resources. So while purchasing the documents and then while we are subscribing the electronic resources in the libraries, we always should take into account the life time of the documents or the material which is available in the market, because the areas which are in demand and which are supposed to be in demand in future, they are to be purchased or subscribed by the libraries. Even the important thing in case of the obsolescence study is that the the space issues in the libraries. As you might be knowing, library is a growing organism, so space will be always an issue for the libraries. So library always libraries are always supposed to be to, to have the live collection on the shelves. Why live collection? Because it is the material which has to be used, which is much more relevant to the users, which is fulfilling their current and the future needs. That material has to be kept on the shelves. It is useful such kind of studies for researchers. We as a researchers should also be in a position to understand the obsolete literature. We should not consult. Even if we consult, we should not use it because so far as the applications are concerned, librarians, as I was discussing, and decision makers of the pharmacy centers, because so many decisions have to be undertaken for the library purchase procurement, for the developing the library collection. It helps to identify the practical shelf life of documents within the disciplines. As it has been already discussed that shelf life of documents based on the usage of the literature of the documents. Digital supporting tool for collection development and retention of back volume, because sometimes if say for example in case of Maulana, like I was discussing that they are taking the 50 years threshold value to put the document on the shelves and to remove the documents from the shelves, and then still you need to keep or retain the back volumes of some of the journals, some of the other kind of literature in the libraries. So it also takes into account the policy decisions when we talk of the obsolescence of the literature. There are so many reasons. I have mentioned some of the reasons, like the information is valid, but it is not incorporated in the later work. Sometimes the information is valid, but it is superseded by later work. That is very important. That information may be useful, but there are newer researches which are superseding the earlier literature. the information is valid, but is in a field of declining interest. That is why I was telling you there are so many reasons. All the three first points are mentioning that information may be valid, but the reasons may be incorporation of the later in the later work, superstition by the later work, and then decline in the field of field interest. The field may be not getting so much of interest. The information is no longer valid. And the last thing that is in the context Buckland was telling that it is not always the negative context. It is so many factors which are responsible for the declination of the usage of the literature. So last point is information is no longer valid while it is not being used. What are the criteria that we are mostly using for measuring the declination? It is first and the foremost age. Then useful age means whereby that time period the document is being used widely, and it is the adult age of particular document, I can say it, where maximum researchers, maximum literature has cited that research. Then half lifetime of the research, whereby we talk of the activeness in which the graph of the document was, or the literature was higher, then it goes on decreasing. Libraries are undertaking not only these methods but other methods as well. When we talk of the circulation of the documents, here the circulation data is our statistical data which is available at the circulation counters. They are being used in order to know the usability of the material of the library. In case of the documents, we talk of the log analysis, where the databases are being, try to find how much a particular database is being used. In the similar manner, all electronic resources, there, in the current times, we talk of the views, number of views, number of downloads. The website is always having, number of counters are there. Sometimes we talk of the geographical areas that are again being captured by so many ICT based tools incorporated in the websites, where they try to find the usage of the resource or the material. I am very thankful to all the authors and the sources which have been consulted for the preparation of the presentation. Thank you, dear students. So nice of you, and keep watching the YouTube channel so that you will all be knowing about the new areas, new explorations in the field of library and information science.